So I come here with a mission this weekend. A photographic mission up in the hills. Hopefully not sweating again too much, because I just had my swim and it was refreshing. Holy shit. Oh, morning. Well, here we are around Schooner Lake. This is site 8. I've been here before with a group of buddies and came back because I'll tell you more in a bit, but there's a mission, a photographic mission up in the hills behind the site. Yeah, you had a beautiful drive in this morning. I came to my parents last night. They live 40 minutes away, and I stole the canoe, got up at dawn, and off I went. Gorgeous drive. And I got on the water about 8, and I really took my time getting here. Just meandered, fishing, sightseeing, and yeah, now here we are. So let's get camp set up. I'll clue you in on what I'm here for this weekend. We're in the second half of September now, and it's a humidex of 28. It's beautiful. I hope for a little rain. We might have some coming through a little later. There's some in the area now, but it's not gonna get us. But a little bit of rain to put some moisture in the atmosphere. Get some really good sunsets when there's a bit of haze for the color to catch. So I come here with a mission this weekend. I'm just packing for the mission here. So there's a hill behind the site, big granite top hill, and it's got quite a view, and I want to be up there for morning mist. I could hike up there pre-dawn, but I really want to see a lot of blue hour too. I'm gonna definitely hike up there today because I want to put my hammock up there and spend the night up there and maybe have a moon time lapse. And yeah, just be handy to wake up right beside where I want to start shooting pre-dawn tomorrow. I gotta go up there. I'm gonna take a load of, I'm gonna take my hammock and quilt and everything up there now, have a look around. And if I really like what I'm seeing, I'll leave that stuff up there, come back for some camera equipment. Oh, mama. Okay, I think this is the spot. I did continue that way and I got about 15 meters higher, 10 to 15 meters higher, but it's just brushed right in. So I'm gonna try to find a hammock spot. I'm gonna go back down, swim, dinner, and come back up before it's too dark. Well before it's too dark, play it safe. I think it's 3 p.m. now, so I'll get moving. I'm heading back down now, got the hammock set up with the tarp, and gonna go have dinner, get my next load and come up. There's a bit of rain coming my way, but it seems to be fizzling out. Probably won't make it all the way. That's my kitty litter pail. Tidy cats. I thought this would be a temporary food bucket, but this plastic hinge keeps opening and closing without failing, so I spray painted it because it's stupid having a kitty litter pail up in the trees. This is my tricolor spaghetti with shrimp, and there's no pasta sauce. I used a cooking sauce, some toasted coconut and peanut on a whim. I tried it out and dehydrated it once I had it cooked, and I had a sneak taste of it, and it was good. So you can just let dehydrated food start rehydrating at ambient temperatures. It'll soak it up while I do some other stuff, and then I'll finish it off with some heat. Just heard some thunder. I don't know if the mic picked that one up, but just as I said, heard some thunder. Another one rolled. Doesn't even look like that heavy of a cloud to be throwing down bolts unless there's something behind it. I think sunset's going to be a dud because of the cloud cover. I'm going to have a little alarm set throughout the night to get up and check stuff. If I'm only going to spend one night up there, make it count. Alright, we're about 40 minutes from sunset. We're on our way back up. The way I came back down earlier was way easier than the route I took up, so I'm going to hug the shoreline a bit more, then cut up rather than charge through the woods. Well, I just had a quick peek, and there's not a hint of mist. There's more cloud than clear sky, so I didn't get up in the night to do any moon lapse. We're just about 20 minutes away from sunrise, but it has to crest over some hills over in the east before it puts any light out here, but it could light up these clouds. So this is a scene I went with. I came down the rock slope a little further and incorporated some of the shapes of the rocks in the foreground. And yeah, colors starting in the sky, and we'll hopefully get some little chimneys of mist over in the hills. And the loons are starting to make their morning rounds. Getting beautiful. Okay, I've been time-lapsing for like 40 minutes now, and the sun is starting to kiss the far hills. And I'm also borrowing my video camera here to do a very zoomed-in time-lapse of the sun starting to touch those hills. Very zoomed in. I think I caught a few little shoot-ups of mist there too. And once that comes across the lake, I'll pack up, head down for breakfast. Actually, I'll go start packing up now while this runs its course. Oh yeah, I'm hungry. Had some snacks this morning, but man, I got some bacon egg sandwiches coming up. I was gonna have breakfast and a coffee before going up for my camera bag, but I just realized my snacks are in the camera bag and I can't have that thing getting torn up by all the red squirrels and stuff that are up there. Bag's fine. Back down we go. The reason I don't just carry this bag in my hand, I could, but my other hand was holding my video camera and tripod, and I just want to have two hands available to at least attempt stopping a fall. Busted my belt taking my knife off my belt loop there, but it looks like an easy fix actually. There's little teeth on here to grab. It was a little too long anyways, so let's see. Yeah, excellent. Insulated mug, I like to get that done and it can just sit there waiting for me when I sit down. You might say, ready cooked bacon, but it's just a time thing. I spend my mornings doing photography and videography in the good light, and then just want to get my breakfast in me. These are farm fresh eggs, courtesy of my brother. Thank you, Scotty. So those keep out of refrigeration for a good while. I just cook the bacon and the egg together. Bacon's frying on the bottom, eggs poaching on the top. Slap it on the sandwich. Alright, maybe now I'll go fishing. I forgot I had to find a new spot for my hammock and get that set up. And might be one of the finest hangs I've ever had, with a really nice pitch of the tarp too. Well, I did some fishing, unsuccessful as usual. When I come here in a couple weeks, One thing my group of camping buddies and I do, we bring frisbees and we play a little frisbee golf in the woods. And I'm gonna get in some practice time. That slanted tree right there. I'm gonna tee off from here and try to hook it around and get that sucker. Oh, that thing was labeled. I have to keep it lower this time. Close. And we're going for that little stump up there. Oh. The clouds look like they're setting up for a pretty good sunset. There's some high level, there's some mid level, all sorts of cloud to catch some of that golden hour, which is coming up. All right, so we're just heading around the bend in the shoreline here. It's just like a 1-minute walk from where I just was, and we're gonna look at the cliffs, see what's going on above them. No, I don't think so. And do the islands as my subject. Back we go. For my composition, I think I can go wider than this on my other camera. Yeah, that could be all right. Nice wide angle, get this foreground as well as the high up clouds there. Go grab the camera. Oh yeah, I'm glad I came here. Yeah. I have to get that tripod as low as possible. Had sun all day long until sunset. She be that way. But if I'm gonna have a channel called Michael Higgins Photographic, there's a little bit of pressure to get the photographics. Just gotta get my power bank hooked up to the camera to keep that thing chugging along. And we're good to go. Okay, she's off. I'm gonna be running back and forth to make sure this exposure stays on track without getting too dark, unrecoverably dark. So I'll be making my way back and forth. Hopefully not sweating again too much, because I just had my swim and it was refreshing. Holy shit. I just lifted this pack and it was, Okay. That could have been way worse. The water's right there. Nothing rolled into the water. Found another lens cap. Jesus. Yeah, nothing rolled into the water, and there's no glass broken on any of the lenses. I would have tried them out right then and there. Like, I'm anxious to know if all the focus motors and everything are working as they should, but obviously my camera body's busy with the time lapse right now. But These things, despite what they are, high glass content, little fine motors, they're pretty tough. I've never broken a lens and I've dropped them before. Well, it was another cloudy night last night. The stars were out briefly, but quickly got overtaken by clouds. So I did nothing more than just sit at the fire and sip a little scotch. Went to bed around 1. It rained overnight, not too hard, and I woke up around 7 to some drizzle, just tapering off. And yeah, just gray out there right now. This trip, I've kind of likened it to a hunting trip. You make your plans, you look at your maps, you prepare your equipment, and sometimes things just don't work out, but you make some memories, and I'll remember this one. So in that sense, a success. Obviously a success. It's fall right now, and my last spring was my last solo trip. Just pleased as punch to be out. So we are in a lull in the rain right now, so I'm just packing up out here a bit. Then I'm going to go back under the tarp once this little rain hits and pack up under there, take down the tarp, and there should be a little bit of a dry paddling window there. Another thing that I haven't brought up yet, and you may have spotted the clues, in some of my shots you might have seen a little friend. And he's not there to keep me safe, he's there for a little creative project I've had in mind for a while, which involves setting a scene at a campfire and having that T-Rex stalking me from outside the firelight. Well, here's one that I did before. This is where the whole idea is birthed from. This was done 10 years ago, and I haven't done something like that since. But you can do it all with AI now, but there's still the creative fun that goes into it. So a future video, I'm gonna try that out. So I'd light myself with the fire and then take a product shot of the dinosaur at the right angle, down low, so he looks big, and light him artificially in all the right spots. Maybe I have a headlamp, so there's a spotlight over his eye or something, as well as the orange glow from the fire. I just didn't get to it last night because, like I've said, I was just sitting at the fire, enjoying sitting still for a bit, taking it in.